And how's it going, guys, and welcome to the Joshua Olufemi channel. We are a group of teachers with a passion of shoring up your video production skills in as little time as possible. Today, Quinn Murphy's taking us back to New York, where she's going to show us how to create a shoe ad right at home.
What's up, guys? It's Quinn. I am back with another tutorial. I'm going to show you how I shot and edited this mock 5-second Nike ad from my home. Originally, I was gonna do a sleek, dramatic video with intense lighting, camera angles, but I wanted to do something more creative, less about the look of the shoe and more about how the shoe feels and moves. I came across this Nike ad and I loved the use of texture and objects to represent how the shoe feels. This ad definitely costs hundreds of thousands of dollars in CGI and VFX, and I don't know how to do any CGI or really any VFX, and I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars, so I wanted to create something similar with a few lights, a backdrop, some props, and my camera. My idea is to motion track the shoe, which means the shoe itself is going to remain in the same position on screen while everything around it is moving. I actually did a motion tracking tutorial on this channel a while back. This effect looks really cool if you want to hone in on a subject. The key is to make the surrounding action really interesting and have a lot of movement. I'm going to do an overview of how I shot and edited this, but if you're newly interested in shooting products, we just launched a product video shooting course where I deep dive into product shooting, editing, getting clients, and everything in between. It's really cool. I shoot a whole product video in it. I make fruit fly and split in midair, and it's all stuff you can do at home. You can click here to enroll, and we've also placed a link in the description. Now let's dive into how I shot this. All right, I'm going Josh style with this hand mic here. Feels like I'm on stage singing a song, but hopefully it sounds good. This is gonna be more of a fun ad. I want this shoe to be interacting with different things that represent how the shoe feels. So bouncy, soft, different textures. So I have some pom-poms, I have some bouncy balls, I have a few other things that I'm going to try. I want it to be that, and I want the shoe to be motion tracked the whole time. So I've rigged up the shoe to a wooden stick that I have. I put some gaff tape on it, so hopefully that'll stay. No green screen for this. We're gonna try and have everything done pretty much in camera. So yeah, we'll see how this works. So for this first shot, what I'm thinking is I want the shoe to slam on a pile of pom-poms. I'm gonna take this stick on the shoe and stack these pom-poms up and then slam the shoe onto the pom-poms. I'm gonna film it in 120 frames per second, and hopefully once we motion track the shoe, it'll look really cool and satisfying. That's our first shot that we're gonna go for. I think we are good on the pom-pom shot. Now we're gonna try some more kind of action shots with the pom-pom. So I'm gonna have the shoe hanging on its own, and then I'm gonna be throwing the pom-poms at the shoe and around the shoe. We're gonna film it all in slow motion, and hopefully we'll just get some really cool B-roll shots to add into it. All right, so here's the rig. It's super DIY. So basically I have a microphone stand attached with a little microphone shotgun mount, and then the shoe's attached to a stick, and up top is a clamp holding it in place, so we have our nice steady shoe. So there's a few other shots that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna do one with bouncy balls. I'm doing one with these little springs that I made. And then we're gonna do some with balloons. Basically, we just want to get all different types of objects and things that would reflect on the shoe. It isn't so much camera movement heavy because we're tracking it and the shoe is going to stay in the same spot. but it's more so highlighting props and things that the product is interacting with. We also want to make sure we get a good, solid, establishing shot of the shoe, and I also made sure to get a clean slate shot of each background. So that is a wrap. I got all the shots I think I need. Fairly simple setup, just a lot of props, a lot of throwing things. But this is a lot of fun. I haven't really done anything like this, so let's bring this into editing and see how it looks. So the two main things that we have to do for each scene is get rid of the ugly stick coming out of the shoe, and we have to track the shoe so it's completely center throughout the whole video. But these things aren't hard to do, they're just a bit time consuming. Once I had all my key shots selected, I brought them into After Effects. So for getting rid of the stick, I used an effect called simple wire removal, where basically you select 2 points and it'll cover up the stick. For some of the moving shots, the stick was still sticking out after the wire removal, so I took my clean slate background clip, put it underneath the main shot, put a mask around the stick, then keyframed it as the shoe moved. I did this for every clip to make sure I had a clean, stickless shot to work with. Then I had to track the shoe so that it would be in the center of the frame the entire time. There's a way to do this more automatically, which is to use the Stabilize Motion button under the Tracker tab. Select a point, click play, and let it do its thing. But I was honestly having some jittery problems with the slow motion and tracking, so I decided to do this manually with keyframing. To do it manually, I went and selected Show Rulers and Show Guides, and I dragged these guide points to the front and top of the shoe. For each shot, I went in and moved the shoe to hit the guide points, added keyframes for positioning, rotation, and scale, and repeated and moved the shoe for each frame. And you'll end up with a look like this. As you can see, once I tracked the shoe, my background wasn't wide enough. So a quick fix for this was to drag a clean background shot, put it behind the shoe shot, then add a mask around the shoe shot and feather it so it blends in with the clean background shot. If you're doing any masking or removing of objects in your video, it's super important to quickly shoot a clean slate background for this reason. Then I just cut everything to a quick upbeat song. Added some satisfying sound effects. And we end up with this. When shooting products, it's super important to add movement, whether that's camera movement, things interacting with the product, or the product itself. This type of video is a great short ad that you could pitch to a client, and you don't need to know crazy VFX or CGI skills. I was using props that I already had, but if I was making this for a client, I would definitely create more scenes with different props, and I would probably make sure all the props are within the same color palette. You want to make sure you're always consistent with the brand that you're shooting for. I'd love to see other people use this motion tracking technique, especially for product shooting. So if you ever use it, please send it my way. I'd love to check it out. Once again, feel free to check out the product video course that we just launched, linked in the description. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon.
Quinn, thank you so much for yet another incredible tutorial. Please make sure to like this video, share it with all your friends, make sure to subscribe to the channel, and as always, remember to keep it chill.